first time this season, the Highlanders are able to put out an unchanged starting 15 for their second home match of the season back at Forsyth Bar Stadium to face possibly their toughest opposition yet this season, the Sharks from South Africa. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the Highlanders career mode, where we are up to technically round 7 of the competition. Of course, the Highlanders had a bye last week, so they are now into their 5th match of the competition. Now, if you've been checking out the series, you'll know how they're going, but I'll keep you up to date just in case you've done a bad thing and missed a week or two. Last round they played in, which would be 2 rounds ago, they beat the Crusaders 12 points to 10, and in the week before that, when they were last at home, beating the Chiefs 17 points to 7. So this is the same squad as they beat the Crusaders with the notable players keeping their spots as Ihia West and Gillies Kaka for that matter. Both those two were very good. Ihia West was just a shining light in that backline with the ability to play a similar role to Sexton and keep the opposition on their toes, on the back foot with territory, and that really led them on well to get that big victory over the Crusaders. The Sharks, well, these guys, you may notice this team unchanged really, fully South African outfit. They've got a couple of players in the subs bench that are from other countries, Joe Wheeler to mention one from New Zealand, former Highlander in fact. But mainly this squad has kept true to what they already have in hand. A very good Sharks team, highly rated, and they're really showing why as well, because they're atop of the South African division, 4 wins from 4 matches, 17 points, and they are just streaks ahead of all other South African sides and showing everyone in the competition just why they should be there. Their last 2 matches saw them beat 2 New Zealand sides. Last week 39-29 over the Chiefs, and the week before that a close one, 21-19 over the Hurricanes. Let's get down to the action. Kickoff looks about set to get underway. It will be the Highlanders, the home side, in their home strip of the blue. And you may notice 2014 kits now on these Highlanders squad for the New Zealand teams. An awesome new addition. As we're about to get kick-off, Sexton gets the game underway. The Sharks in their home strip of the black. And it goes down to Afoa, who plucks it out of the sky for the Highlanders, but loses possession instantly. Away it goes to Daniel. Keeping it tight, the Sharks already. Big pass out wide. Peterson looking to run away. Good ball back inside. He goes to his inside centre Whitehead. Now it's the big man, Detroit, running through the middle. Taken down eventually. The Highlanders can't turn this over. Oh, looks like offside here against one of the Highlanders players. But here's Duplessis. Yanni Duplessis trying to rumble through. Can't get away. McLeod. Kankowski, good pass too, keeping alive here the Sharks. They got one from Dingani, puts up the bomb. Where's it gonna land? Down for Rob Shaw. And the captain takes the mark. And we chance here for the Highlanders to get themselves out of trouble through Sexton. Not the best kick of his career, Sexton, but gets the job done. Highlanders already on the back foot. It's a chance here for the Sharks to win the line out. Bismarck Duplessis goes to the front nicely, and it's claimed there from Detroit. Now they use the backs. Lambie, first receiver, goes up high, very high from Lambie. But Ratulik, oh, what a catch from Ratulik. And he rumbled upfield too, but look at the Sharks turning it over in mere seconds. Here's Detroit, involved in everything, the big lock. The Highlanders haven't had the ball this whole match yet. McLeod goes short, and Daniel's involved again. Still the Sharks. McLeod, away to Kankowski, on the wing it is. Ndingani just about going all the way. The Highlanders trying desperately for possession. Now they get some. And it is Heyman at halfback. Gives it away to Aaron Smith, the first receiver, and he pumps it into touch. It's desperate defence here from the Highlanders. The new kits looking fantastic on these New Zealand sides. Hopefully we'll get a full kit update on all Super Rugby teams very soon as the line out goes down from McLeod. Nicely put in from Duplessis. Oh, here's Lambie with a drop goal! And he's nailed it! A little against the run of play there. It looked like they were going for the try. Lambie had had enough. He said, let's get some points on the board. We've been camped down here too long. And it would be criminal to leave here without anything on the board. So the Sharks, who take the lead, 3-0 after 18 minutes. And it is Sexton who kicks off with a big spiral one down to the corner to Peterson. And he kicks it back, straight down the throat of Robshaw. Looks for Gillies Kako in the line. Arthur gets hammered. Oh, and Hammond right off the ball. That is poor turnover from the Highlanders. Kankowski, great pass. He's on this free now. He goes out wide. It's Lambie on Ben Smith. Lambie goes for the skies. Once again, they've done it all day, but this is a try for Daniel. It had to come off sooner or later for the Sharks. And there it was. Keegan Daniel gets the reward for the Sharks, but it was Kankowski. The man is a machine in the match at the moment. Ball carries, just rumbling it upfield. And the ability on hand for the offload. Look at him. He's got the speed and power. And then the skill as well to offload to Lambie. And Keegan Daniel gets the job done, finishes it off. And the Sharks, well, that drop goal looks very nice and tasty right about now. As Francois Steyn will line up the conversion to give the Sharks a 10-0 lead. Here it comes, right on the 22. Should be an easy one for a man of this talent, and it is over. What else would you expect? Francois Steyn, such a great player. So the Highlanders here hardly touch the ball, and they trail 10-0. Not the best start for the Highlanders. The first quarter of this match is gone and they haven't even packed a punch as it's taken down from Peterson.
Release.
Tried to rumble through himself. Peterson. The Sharks just so easily retaining possession here. It's gone to the short side from Dingani, who's knocked it on. Finally some ball here for the Highlanders. Advantage quickly over. Rutullik, Matera, and the back line. Here's West, on higher West. Gets the tackle, draws in the defence. And Sexton goes for Ranger. Ben Smith, here's an elusive man. Oh, and he's knocked that on as well. Down goes Yanni Duplessis.
Advantage over.
The Sharks turn the ball over in their own 22. Short pass for Daniel. He gets hammered and the Highlanders quick onto this. Could they turn it over? Oh, I think they might too. They have. They've got the ball inside the Sharks 22. And it goes to West. Good pass in the tackle. Stowers still got a man with them. Sexton can't get there. And he has been isolated completely from his support. The Sharks will blow over this. And that is a wasted chance. To the left side they go. Open spaces, but they go back to Lambie. Oh, turned over from Smith. Aaron Smith, West. Now, this time, surely. No. Again, Range has been wrapped up. And the ball will come back for Afoa. He pops it wide. Robshaw. This has to be a try for Hamahina. No, Stowers can't get there. Rutullik goes through the main highway, through the middle. But he stops short and the support is slow and again turned over. Back for Lambie.
Advantage.
This time Lambie's knocked it on.
Advantage
Could
over.
be a chance. No. Again, just chipping it through off the boot of someone in the middle of that plate. Robshaw went diving on it. But the reward goes unfound for the Highlanders again. And the Sharks will have a 22 dropout. 20 seconds left in the match. He goes very short, straight to Heyman, who gives it to his front row partner, Coltman. Sexton involved in the line. Here's West. Oh, Ohio West is through the middle. Close to going all the way, but I think he's been turned over once again. He has been. They go all the way back to Francois Steyn, who thumps it into touch. And the Highlanders really needed to score in that final passage. They've gone unrewarded. They've missed out. And it's going to make things very difficult for them in this second half. 10-0, the Sharks lead, and possession, I guess, has been evened out from that last little passage of the 10-15 minutes at the end. 46-54 to the Sharks territory, all Highlanders, which is kind of surprising as well. Handling errors have been good. 3-2, just a couple of knock-ons at the end there to blow that one out just a bit more. Both sides making even amount of tackles, and of course that drop goal making its head on this, well, stats sheet. Down the bottom, the line breaks. 3-2. So a very somber, quiet match here between these two teams. Half time here at Forsyth Bar Stadium. It is the Sharks leading the Highlanders 10-0. The Sharks, as we said at the start of the match, one of the top performing teams in the competition this year. If they can keep things together here, they could go away with their 5th win in a row and put some pain on these Highlanders players who are sitting mid-table in the New Zealand Conference, and they need something here to get themselves up. A hard match. The Sharks lead 10-0. Let's get back down for the second half. The Sharks to kick off. Francois Steyn kicks off towards his forwards. Up it goes high, and oh, our forwards knocked it on. Well, that was just too easy to catch, really. And he's ended up dropping it. Oh, and now there's advantage for a high tackle. And the yellow card. Oh, this isn't good for the Highlanders. As if things weren't hard enough. A yellow card for Aaron Smith. Oh, that's massive. Robshaw can't believe it. Oh, massive knock on from our Fowler and Robshaw together. And now the yellow card. Things going downhill very quickly for the Highlanders. To make things worse, they're going to have a shot at goal. This is from 55 out on the angle over 60. Here's Francois Steyn having a dab. Vahamahina catches it just short of the 22. He goes to Retallick. West is there. Big pass for Stowers. Now's the chance. Stowers puts on the footwork. Oh, and he can't get away. Tried to go towards the touchline. He's just gone into touch. Got past the man. Got past Steyn. But couldn't finish it off. Into touch he went. And it's giving Bismarck du Plessis the line out. He goes nicely into the middle. McLeod goes straight out to Lambie, who kicks it away. Kaka's right there. He claims it. Uses the support. Dixon over the top for Sexton. Can't get away. If he could have used Ben Smith, that would have been vital. Ball's here for Heyman. Heyman's going to go for a little sprint, but he can't get away from the defence. The support's there though. Matera. Dixon on the left side again. There's numbers to burn. This has to be a try. Stowers can't get away. Still can't get away. And in the end, he's just smashed into touch. Oh, that's so disappointing. There was a massive opportunity for someone in that back line. 10 minutes of the second half gone. Highlanders turn over the line out. Sexton. West. Of course, Sexton's playing halfback. Didn't realise that. Aaron Smith in the bin as Ranger takes down the tackle. Afoa, Heyman. Oh, brilliant work from the front rowers. Here's Ben Smith. Oh, dummy from Ben Smith. It'll be a try for the Highlanders. Brilliant stuff from Ben Smith. His first try of the competition. And put that down to Heyman and Afoa. Brilliant work from the two props. Here's Afoa. Tackle pass. Oh, Heyman. Oh, what hands from Heyman. The fend on Daniel. The dummy pass Steyn. And the try for Ben Smith. That is a great piece of work from the front rowers. That is amazing. And then Ben Smith. Oh, super stuff from the man on the right wing. Just adding that spark into the back line that they were just struggling with. And this puts them right into this match now. This kick from Sexton will be very important. But just a 5-point lead now. Here's Sexton. An important kick in the context of this match. Oh, he nails it too. 55 gone. We have a 3-point ball game. One may feel the Sharks didn't really capitalise on their time. Oh, and Aaron Smith's back on the field too. But the Sharks' time where they dominated They only secured 10 points, and one simple piece of brilliance from Ben Smith has really opened this match up. Here's Francois Steyn kicking off again. A very good narrow kick too. Oh, and Rob Shaw's knocked it on again. So it is the Sharks. Oh, brilliant work. Ndungane, drop goal from Ndungane. Oh my goodness, that is good. And the right winger, Ndungane, nails the drop goal. A half break from the Sharks, and they tick that scoreline over. Looked like it. Oh, what a kick. Looked very awkward. Looked kind of hard to do. But it has given them a 6-point buffer, which means a try will now not be enough for the Highlanders. They need it converted. It's left to bounce, and it goes into touch. Now, this should be a line-out. Seeing as it bounced, it should be a line-out, but it is a penalty to the Sharks. But fair play to the Sharks, opting for a re-kick for the Highlanders, and Sexton obliges. Goes left again. This time they wait up for it, and it is penalty taken from Whitehead.
Not releasing.
And it's a penalty for not releasing against the Sharks. Tim Whitehead, inside centre, completely isolated. There's not many minutes to go now. And it's going to be a kick to touch from Sexton, and it is a beaut as well. This puts the Highlanders in a great position. Coltsman, pressure throw, Vahamahina, the only jumper, he claims it nicely. Oh, Aaron Smith's knocked it on. Oh, that is a try gone begging. What a blowing opportunity from the little scrum half. Aaron Smith messes that up. He was thinking about scoring the try before he even caught the ball. And with 15 to go, that is a big blow for the Highlanders. The Sharks will be happy. Scrum packs down, McLeod puts it in. Kankowski, who's been quiet in the second half, is waiting for it at the back to come back to him. Highlanders getting a bit of momentum in their scrum, but McLeod gets it now. Goes to the open side to his first receiver, his first 5, Lambie. Whitehead goes back in, and it is with Alberts. Trying to rumble it forward, onto the 22 they go. Short pass, oh, someone's lost it there. Don't know what's quite happened, but it's gone for Peterson, who stumped it away. That was just about tragedy for the Sharks. And Stowers gets the ball. Stowers goes through a hole. On the outside, how did he split that defence in half? Here's Aaron Smith. West, Ohio West, he's through, he's got a foot race here with the Volvo, they won't catch him. Ohio West scores for the Highlanders. And that is X Factor from Ohio West. That is why he retained his spot. He did a similar try last week against the Crusaders, and today, that could be the difference. Francois Steyn out of the line, he had a foot race with Volvo. He couldn't catch him. He had enough field. And he got the job done. Look at this. He didn't have the speed on Volvo, but he just had enough space. He had the angle. And in the tackle of Volvo, he puts it down and scores a massive try in the context of this match. Once again, the kick from Sexton was massive. Now he has to do it again. They trail by 1. There's only 6 minutes left. Sexton, pressure. Oh, and he's nailed it. Sexton nails the kick. And the Highlanders take a 1-point lead. Oh, this is a thrilling match here. 5 minutes to go. The Highlanders by 1. They look down and out of this match. Completely out of it at halftime, 10-0, and dominated throughout. Now there's 4 minutes to go. Rob Shaw finally takes a kickoff, and his Highlanders buddies get right in behind him. Aaron Smith, Sexton keeping it tight. Oh, but it's Ohio West again. Giving the pass back to Dixon. He's a bit isolated though. You thought they had the support there, the Highlanders, but it's come unstuck as Kankowski gets himself involved in this match. How did he get through all those tackles? As it is Ndungane right on the touchline. Highlanders not committing at all. The full-time buzzer goes. If they can get this ball here, the Highlanders, they'll win this match. But we have to wait on. Of course, a penalty is all
Release.
the Sharks need here. Short side they go. McLeod looking to go with
Release.
Ndangani. Can the Highlanders get it now? No, they can't get it again. Here's Bismarck Duplessis going to Lambie, going to Detroit, who gets hammered. He's been good today, Detroit, but he might have done the final thing for the Highlanders. He has. It is Aaron Smith. It's a touch, it goes. And the Highlanders hang on for a massive win. Oh, that is a huge victory for the Highlanders. The Sharks have been the best team in the competition so far, and they have fallen by a single point to a resurgent, determined, and massive ability from the Highlanders. You put that match down to two men, 10 and 12, fly half, inside centre, call them what you want, but it was Sexton and West who were outstanding today. The pressure is being shared brilliantly between the two. No more is there all the pressure on the 10, no more is the pressure all on the 12. It is brilliantly shared. The kicking duties, the playmaking, the territory game is perfectly shared between Sexton and West, and I feel that's a combination that might be very hard to break up, especially with Wesley Fofana out for pretty much the whole season now. That is going surely to be the partnership for the Highlanders. 1 point, 14-13, the Highlanders win it over the Sharks. A huge victory. That is, we'll check out how that affects everything else soon, but that is massive. The Sharks are one of the highest rated squads in the competition this season, and well, the Highlanders have pipped them through great kicking. We'll check out the scores now. I'm a bit excited here, overexcited about the result there. Ohio West and Ben Smith with the 2 tries. Sexton flawless with the boot, 2 conversions from 2 attempts. The Sharks, on the other hand, went about scoring a bit differently. Daniel got a try from the big boot, the big goalmouth bomb as it was, from Lambie. He scored the 1 try in the first half, and of course Francois Steyn nailed that conversion. The drop goals though, that was the big difference. Lambie and Ndangani getting 1 apiece, and it was really interesting that those drop goals, just the pressure, they were putting the pressure on the Highlanders for so long, and you just felt that they were feeling like they were going to leave that 22 without any points. Lambie, that's when he got his one, just after about 10-15 minutes of constant knocking on that Highlanders door. He went for the 3, took the 3, and then the Highlanders later on, second half, scored. The score at that point was 10-7. Ndangani nailing another drop goal to put it outside that 5-point buffer, but of course it didn't put it outside the 7, and that is where the final score stayed at 14 points to 13. The full-time stats, possession, territory, fairly even. The Highlanders just didn't touch the ball in that first half an hour at all, and that is really what put them on the back foot. Territory, yeah, well, that's what I mean. When you got the likes of a couple of good kickers, West and Sexton, you play the territory game, and it's doing the Highlanders a very good service at the moment. Line breaks, there was almost over double in the second half. 7-5, the Highlanders led that one. And of course at the bottom there, drop goals 2-0. Now that was an exciting, massively exciting match. Let's check out the table, where the Highlanders sit now and where the Sharks sit, because that's their first loss of the season, where the Highlanders somehow struggle along, pipping sides at the post. Let's check that out. Right, so results from the last 2 weeks, because of course the Highlanders had the bye in round 6. So let's have a look at the results from that round. The Hurricanes beating the Crusaders 34-25. Chiefs going down to the Sharks, as we mentioned at the build-up to our match we just watched. Waratahs beating the Stormers. Brumbies pipping the Cheetahs. Bulls over the Rebels. Reds over the Lions by just 8 points. And the Blues thumping the Western Force 32-18. Now we can check out round 7 here, where we have a full round of matches as well. The Waratahs 15-14 over the Crusaders. Wow, that's a big result, especially when you look at the next one, the Highlanders, one we just watched, 14-13 over the Sharks. So 2 1-point fixtures to start off round 7. The Blues pipping the Hurricanes 15-10, another close one, but it all ends there with the Reds thumping the Stormers. The Cheetahs putting 10 points on the Rebels, while the Chiefs absolutely thrashing the Lions, and the Brumbies getting a 14-point win over the Western Force. So round 8 has a handful of matches already played out. The Blues beating the Crusaders, Sharks bouncing back to beat the Reds, and of course the Chiefs smashing the Bulls. And an away trip for the Chiefs, looking very good indeed. We'll cover the rest of those matches next time. As for the standings, well, the New Zealand Conference is looking interesting. Bonus points proving a big factor in this conference already, with the Highlanders the only side to get less than 4 bonus points so far, and they have won, and that was from their loss. No, it wasn't from their loss. They've got a 4-try bonus point once, and that was against the Waratahs. That, of course, yes. So the Blues lead with 28 points, Hurricanes second on 21. Interesting thing here, the Chiefs are 4th, the Highlanders 3rd. So Highlanders 3rd on 17, the Chiefs just 1 point behind with 3 losses. That is thanks to their bonus points. That is amazing how the bonus points give them a win and a half just about. The Crusaders are down on 8, but they also have 4 bonus points. So the Highlanders really need to pick that up and start scoring 4 tries. You don't want to lose just to get bonus points. You want 4 tries. Of course, today they got 2. They've been very close on a number of occasions, but not finishing the job off quite. Sharks still atop the South African Conference with 22 points, 5 wins, 1 loss. Cheetahs 9 points behind on 13. Bulls 11. Stormers 6, and the Lions pathetic on 0. The Australian Conference sees the Brumbies ahead by 4 over the Waratahs in 2nd. The Reds another 4 behind in 3rd. Western Force trail them by 5 more, down on 11, and the Rebels round out the table on 5 points. So that lines us up for round 8, this 6th match for the Highlanders. 6th match? It is the 6th match. Just to double check that. Highlanders versus the Western Force at home once again, so 2 weeks in a row at home for the Highlanders. Western Force, Forsyth Bar Stadium, and the Western Force of course struggling in the Australian Conference, so a good chance here for the Highlanders to pile on some points, get some bonus points, get some wins, get some points up that ladder, and put some pressure on the Hurricanes and the Blues, which seem to be streaking away with this New Zealand Conference at the moment. So thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage of today's round 7 Highlanders Korea Super Rugby match. And I hope to see you all next time for the Highlanders versus the Western Force. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you love the series. And I'll see you all next time for round 8. Until then, take care.